Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any of our platforms. Please reach out to me directly for pricing. I am tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today we're discussing a 1990s Zenith Elite hand-wound Chronomaster. So the Chronomaster series representing the flagship at the time, generally denoting a watch that was certified as a chronometer, which this is. So Chronomaster could be either Elite or El Primero. In this case, it is the Elite. Now, the watch in platinum is beautifully sized at 36 millimeters in diameter, 8.4 millimeters thick, 42 millimeters from lug to lug with an 18 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We'll throw it on the wrist. My wrist is 16 centimeters in circumference, and it wears beautifully. Being only 42 millimeters from lug to lug, my goodness, this watch fits not like a glove, better than that. And I can envision it working on a wrist as small as 13 centimeters circumference. So while it is a traditionally sized men's dress watch, a woman could easily wear this with high style and a wonderful sense of proportion. It's also very flat, a consequence of the solid caseback and the hand-wound movement, sliding effortlessly underneath the cuff. You can see here we have a medium rectangular scale alligator leather, a matte finish, a monotone stitch. We have a sheer cut side, a Zenith factory strap, and you can see no crimping, no gouging, brand new. We also have a Zenith buckle that matches the vintage style crown logo. And you can see that is used even on the strap itself. So the strap is vintage to the 1990s, as all three of the primary logos match each other. They are that 1990s style Zenith Star logo. Taking a quick look at the buckle, you can see that the buckle is a little bit different because right here, it's made of steel and the rest of the watch is made of platinum. So that's just something that I'm throwing out there so you have full information about the timepiece. The case is outstanding though and beautifully preserved. As you can see, we have fluting about the bezel, but also the lugs. And while I can't say it's never been refinished, it's been refinished sparingly and professionally. You can also see that the lugs themselves have a great deal of intricacy. Taking a look at their fluted profile and then the taper at the end, we also have a little bit of a step where the lugs meet the bezel. And then the bezel has a couple of different gadroons, a small one and then a large one, the large one abutting the sapphire. Take a look here. This was not uncommon on platinum watches during the 1990s. You can see that the case is truly white, but then you look at the crown and you can see that the crown is made of white gold because it's a warmer, darker tone than the rest of the case. Just a little nod to the way things were often done in the industry back in the 1990s. Now, the dial of the watch features a lovely guilloche pattern. I would describe it as a sort of scalloping or maybe a elongated crosshatch that runs from top to bottom. We have a rayon pattern for the power reserve, as well as the inside of the small seconds. You can see we have a faceted window for the metallic silver date disc. And then, and I will show you how this works, if you look here, you can see that the numerals are applied and glossy. They sit on a concentric brushed silver metallic base. There's a dental pattern outboard, a dental pattern inboard, and then we have that cascading curtain-like scallop pattern at the center. Taking another look, you can also see that dental pattern around the sub-seconds as well as the power reserve. The hands, you'll note, are leaf-style hands, which are polished and blackened. We have a power reserve indicator for the 50-hour power reserve, manual wind, of course, up at approximately 130, we'll call that. It's centered on 130. You'll also note that, take a look at the sub-seconds, we have a hacking seconds function. And then we also have a feature that's unique to the Elites, a bidirectional quickset, so you can actually turn it in either direction, whichever gets you to the correct date more rapidly. This is a hand-wound version of the Elite, caliber 655. Again, 50-hour power reserve, manual wind, 4 Hz beat rate, stop seconds, bidirectional quickset, 5-position adjusted, and a COSC certified Swiss chronometer. Taking a look at the caseback, you can see that this is indeed part of the Chronomaster collection. You can see that it is indeed made of platinum, which you can see is that it's 30 meters water resistant. And I can tell you that this watch was made between the end of the 90s and about 1995, simply because it has the post-1995 Swiss hallmarks on the caseback, so you get a good sense of the era from which this watch sprung. A fantastic, elegant, and versatile dress watch from one of the great manufacturers in the business, Zenith, making their own movements, and in this case, making one of their automatic movements a magnificent manual-wound, complicated chronometer. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details.